Let me ask you a question, Cuffy. At any time during the initial stages of your indictment involving this whole Tammy Commons thing, did you talk to Big Meech or did you send a message to Big Meech in any way to tell him or to alert him of what was going on?
We sent Big Meech certified mail. Big Meech set me up and Tammy set me up with this thing in 2013.
It all started with a few words. Not a diss track, not a press interview, just a phone, a camera, and an IG live that probably should have never happened. 1 minute, fans were scrolling like normal. The next minute, Lil Meech was talking real spicy about 50 Cent. And before anyone could even process it, the timeline was already on fire. People were asking the same question over and over again. Did he really just say that? Because let's be real, 50 Cent is not just some random executive. This is the man who helped put Lil Meech on the map, helped turn his father's story into a hit TV series, and open doors that most people only dream about. So when those words came out of Lil Meech's mouth, folks knew immediately this wasn't going to end quietly. And here's the part that really had everyone nervous. 50 Cent doesn't argue back and forth online like everybody else. He doesn't cry on camera, he doesn't sneak diss. When he feels disrespected, he does something much scarier. He pulls up. And that's exactly what happened next. Because while the internet was busy clipping the IG Live, turning it into memes and choosing sides,
I just gotta wait to holler at Tammy before, you know what I'm saying, I know where we at with that. And Tammy is a government informant. So when he said that, I was like, Tammy? What you mean, Tammy? Like, nigga, you ain't heard what's going on with her?
50 was already moving. No long captions, no emotional rants, just action. And when word got out that 50 had actually pulled up on Lil Meech after that live, yeah, the whole energy changed. But to understand why this moment hit so hard, you gotta rewind and look at how we even got here. Lil Meech didn't just come out of nowhere. For years, his name carried weight before he ever stepped in front of a camera. Being Big Meech's son meant expectations were already sky high and pressure followed him everywhere. People wanted to see if he was just living off a last name or if he really had something of his own. Then came BMF, and that show changed everything.
Well, did Blue Da Vinci cooperate or no?
Yeah, he cooperated. I mean, I didn't see it. It was in Miss Mara Shalhoub's book, where his own lawyer said, yeah, there was anything else that we could do, Your Honor, to help you along with this case. My client would be more than willing to cooperate with you all to help you in this investigation. But now the thing of it is by you admitting what was done, you know what I'm saying, what you done or whatever, but bottom line is, you know, you didn't take the single plea. You went in and was giving them information on that they already had and thought it was cool, but you still, you know, that was part of that. You just confirmed that the other CIs just done told.
Suddenly, Lil Meech wasn't just Big Meech's son, he was a star. Fans fell in love with him, the streets respected him, Hollywood started calling. And behind the scenes, 50 Cent was the engine pushing it all forward. 50 didn't have to do that. Let's be clear about that part. He could have cast anybody. He could have gone with a trained actor, but he believed in Lil Meech. He coached him, protected him, and put his reputation on the line for him. That's why so many people felt away when they saw Lil Meech acting like that loyalty didn't matter anymore.
One night, and then my homeboy that was with me, he was like, Tone Bird, he from BMF too. Tone was like, ask Big Homie what's up with the movie with 50, like what's going on with him from New York. I had to use my New York accent. Yo, what's going on with the 50 Cent movie? So I'm like, oh yo, Meech, what's up with the movie, with the TV show? Like, where y'all at with that? He like, oh man, it's almost done, the contract almost done, it's almost done, we're gonna be starting, they're gonna be, you know, starting to cast it or whatever, right? He's like, I just gotta wait to holler at Tammy before, you know what I'm saying, I know where we at with that, and Tammy is a government informant. So when he said that, I was like, Tammy? What you mean, Tammy? Like, nigga, you ain't heard what's going on with her? And they were like, shit, nigga, I heard shit, but whatever it is, that shit ain't got shit to do with me. And he was like, man, I'm gonna hit you back. I'm like, all right, that's the last time I ever talked to him.
And see, this is where ego starts creeping in. Success comes fast, money starts flowing, fans start hyping you up, and suddenly you forget who helped you get through the door. It happens all the time. And that IG Live, to a lot of people, it looked like that exact moment. Lil Meech was talking freely, sounding frustrated, sounding emotional, maybe even feeling played or unheard. But instead of handling it behind closed doors, he aired it out in front of thousands of people. And once it's online, there's no taking it back.
It's believed that Terry White grew up in an Atlanta housing project. But when FBI and GBI agents arrested him last night, he was living here, a sprawling $200,000 mansion in Jonesboro. The 27-year-old was in the process of renovating his home, which features an outdoor swimming pool, a full-length basketball court, and more.
Had a media room where there were 24 TV sets on one wall hooked to a satellite dish, and you could hit a button and all 24 TVs would come on.
Agents seized the home and 3 cars which belonged to White, including this $110,000 Rolls Royce, which was paid for in cash. But there was more to be found inside. $47,000 cash and a machine to count the money, thousands in gold jewelry and mink coats, a small catch of ammunition and weapons, including a loaded Uzi semi-automatic.
Now here's the twist nobody expected. 50 didn't jump online immediately. No sarcastic posts, no screenshots, nothing. And that silence, that's what made people nervous. Because if you know anything about 50 Cent, you know silence usually means he's already 10 steps ahead. Next thing you know, rumors start flying. People close to the situation start whispering, and then it drops. 50 Cent pulled up on Lil Meech in real life. No cameras, no live stream, just man-to-man energy.
Now, during the course of this informant relationship, she becomes involved romantically with the supervisory special agent over the task force.
That's Keith Crumb.
So in and of itself, that's going to jeopardize everything that they got going on with respect to the investigation. So she ends up receiving like $200,000 as an informant, where he's the one who signed it off. So now he's maintaining an improper financial relationship with an informant, whom he's also maintaining an improper relationship.
Because when you're dealing with someone like 50, this isn't just about emotions. It's about business, legacy, and long memory. 50 is known for playing the long game. He doesn't have to yell, he just waits. And that's what makes people nervous. The emotional impact of this whole situation hit harder than people expected. Fans felt disappointed. Some felt betrayed. Others felt worried about Lil Meech's future. Because one wrong move in this industry can change everything. Relationships get cold, opportunities dry up, and the same people cheering you on today will turn around and say, "See, I knew it."
You know, a lot of people, man, is thinking that this thing is made up, or this thing is fake, or that I have an axe to grind. You feel me?
Right.
But I'm in here with a 27-year sentence based on Demetrius Flannery, as you all know as Big Meech, and Tammy Collins, known in the paperwork as CS1.
Right.
Confidential Source 1. So what Big Meech did was called a third-party cooperation. So Tammy Collins signed up to be a DEA informant to give Demetrius Flannery a time cut, plain and simple.
Right. So
okay, so can you break down the story? Like, how do you know this? And how'd you come upon this information?
how do you know? How do you came upon this information though?
We were rewarded what's called a Franks hearing. It's based on a case called U.S. versus Frank. So I would implore your listeners to look the case up. And what a Franks hearing entails is that you're able to cross-examine your accusers, meaning government agents, meaning informants, and so on and so forth, just like a regular trial. So this was testified in court.
Period. Point blank.
This was testified in court that I became a government informant to give Demetrius Flannery a time cut.
That's what was said on the stand, bro. The lady became a government informant to give Demetrius Flannery a time cut.
For Lil Meech, this wasn't just about a moment on IG Live. It was about learning a lesson in real time. Respect is currency, and once you spend it recklessly, it's hard to earn back. And for 50, this was about boundaries, about reminding people that kindness doesn't equal weakness, that helping someone doesn't mean you'll tolerate disrespect.
Big Meech did a third-party cooperation deal to receive a reduced sentence in his case by setting up a known kingpin from St. Louis named Cuffy. Well, that's the word on the street, so let's get into that. First off, for all y'all who don't know who Cuffy is, he is a known kingpin from St. Louis who did business with Big Meech for over 20 years since 1990. And according to him, he is the first person to ever put $1 million in cash in Big Meech's pockets. And as of today, he claims he was set up by Big Meech, which eventually led to him receiving a 27-year prison sentence. And he claims it all started when Big Meech was in Detroit County Jail when he got indicted in 2005. And while Big Meech was in Detroit County Jail fighting his case, he met a Spanish connect named Fidel Suarez, who had major connections to Mexican cartels out of Los Angeles, California. And Cuffy also claims Fidel was the first target who Big Meech was trying to line up so he can receive a reduced sentence. And Cuffy also claims that the person who Big Meech was using to line up Fidel.
I'm Tamara Gatling. I'm making this recording in regards to my dad. He's Dion Gatling. Most people know him as Cuffy. But I wanted to make this recording so I can shed light on some facts. My dad was set up by one of his best friends, which is Demetrius Flannery, also known as Big Meech. My dad and Meech have been friends for 30 years plus. I've known Meech my whole life. I look at him like an uncle. Like, this situation has been completely devastating on so many different levels, and there's still so many questions that aren't answered. At this point, I can only shed light on what I know for sure to be facts.
And sometimes the real message doesn't need to be posted, it needs to be delivered in person. So where does this leave them now? That's the big question. Is the relationship repairable? Was this just a heated moment that got blown out of proportion? Or was this the beginning of a quiet split that we won't fully understand until later? One thing's for sure, this wasn't just internet drama. This was real-life lesson playing out in public. A reminder that fame moves fast, but wisdom takes time. And if you're not careful, one live stream can cost you more than you ever imagined. Because at the end of the day, clout fades, but reputation, that sticks. And now everybody's watching to see what Lil Meech does next. Does he move smarter? Does he humble himself? Or does this situation quietly change the entire direction of his career? Let me know what you think. Was 50 right for pulling up? Did Lil Meech go too far? Or is this just another example of how social media ruins relationships that should have stayed private? Either way, this story is far from over. And that right there, that says everything. Because 50 comes from a different era, an era where if you had a problem, you didn't go live. You addressed it face to face, especially when respect is on the line, especially when someone you helped starts speaking reckless. People say the energy was tense, not violent, not chaotic, just heavy. The kind of conversation where every word matters, where pride, loyalty, and disappointment all sit in the room together. And honestly, that might have been scarier than yelling. Think about it. Imagine being Lil Meech in that moment. You're young, successful, but still learning the game. And now you're standing in front of a man who's been through it all, a man who gave you opportunities, and a man who doesn't forget disrespect. That's not an easy place to be. What makes this situation even deeper is the father-son layer attached to it. Big Meech is still locked up, watching all of this unfold from behind bars. And you already know that had to hurt, because from his perspective, 50 was holding it down for his son when he couldn't. That bond meant something. So when Lil Meech went live, a lot of people felt like it wasn't just 50 being disrespected, it was the whole foundation that helped lift him up. Now, to be fair, we don't know everything that was said behind closed doors. There could have been miscommunication, broken promises, contract issues, creative differences. Hollywood is messy like that, and sometimes young artists don't know how to express frustration the right way. But here's the thing, how you move matters, and the internet doesn't forget. Once fans see you biting the hand that fed you, they start questioning your character. After that pull-up, the tone changed. Lil Meech went quiet. No more wild lives, no more slick comments, and that silence felt different this time. It felt like reflection, like reality finally set in.